All-American Coppers Group is a great community of coin collectors. They have conventions all over the country once a year, and we talked to some of the members to find out why they belong to the EAC.
I belong to EAC, David, because this is one of the greatest collector organizations in the hobby today. I joined EAC in 1973, 42 years ago, and I've loved every minute of it. The camaraderie with the collectors and all the members is fabulous. I couldn't think of a better organization. This is one of the few specialty clubs that has an annual convention every year. We get around to the different cities. We get to see the different parts of the country. We get to enjoy our hobby with each other. Something that many collectors and other clubs don't have that opportunity. And for me, it's a fabulous experience. I just enjoy every bit of it.
Well, I first joined EAC because it was a club where people really wanted to share with each other information. It didn't matter what you collected or what level you collected at. Some people collected for the study of the coins, the technical aspects. Some people were fascinated by the history and the pedigree and the provenance. Some people collected friends. And I just love that it's just a great club where people work together. And I'd like to see a lot of numismatics structured in this way, because I think it's a good model for the future. And I think the more people we can get interested at all age groups, the better off we'll be.
I joined EAC back in 1991. I had gone to a regional meeting in Baltimore, and I was just thinking about collecting early copper at that point. I hadn't really decided to do it. And I showed up at a regional meeting and met about 10 guys, and we all went out for a hamburger afterward. Everybody was really nice, everybody was really friendly, and I've gone on to put together 2 sets of half cents and sell them both, and a small set of large cents, and I love the club, I love the people. It's really all about the friendships that I've made and the chances to do research on the early mint. It's great fun. I like the coins too.
I joined EAC to learn about copper, and that's kind of why I joined. But I found out that wasn't the reason that I should have joined. The reason I should have joined these are some of the nicest people I've ever met. You have no clue talking to someone if they're rich or if they're poor. The only thing that you realize is that they have a love of copper and they are truly nice, friendly people. And it doesn't matter if you've got $1 million or $20 to buy your first large cent.
I started collecting the early dates. Actually, I started collecting large cents in the 90s and did a date set, which I completed in 95, and I said, well, where do I go from here? And I made a decision to try to do the Sheldon series. And I started buying them on, by bidding catalogs, not going into any of the sales, and I found that that was a very, very difficult thing to do. So I heard about EAC, and I said, I think I'm going to have to get a little more knowledgeable about these large cents. So in 2000, I joined EAC and started to come into every EAC meeting since then, and buying coins at the EAC auction, learning a lot from all the EAC dealers and other members. And I think after the last 15 years, I've become fairly knowledgeable on these early date large cents. That's what really I focus on, is the early dates, although I have some middle dates and late dates. But I love the early dates. I love the different die varieties. I love the die states. So that's kind of where I've been heading.
Because it's a great group of guys. I joined in 1983, and I've come to know a lot of people here. It's been the highlight of the year. I come to the convention every year.
EAC is the Early American Coppers Club. A bunch of people dedicated to the research, study, collecting of early copper coins in the United States. It was formed in the late 1960s by Herb Silberman. I'm membership number 11, which actually dates back to when I had hair. And it's a group of people who just love what they do. It's a little niche of coin collecting, perhaps somewhat separated from the plastic registry set group. And we're happy as we are. I love it. I've been collecting coins now for 59 years. And although I can't expect another 59, I'll see how close I can come to it.
Well, EAC is a great place to make friends who share an intense interest in certain coins, and the friendships are really the main thing at EAC.
I belong to EAC because I love early coppers. This is the best organization for that, for research, acquiring the items, for friendship. Everybody told me when I first joined that friendship is the key to the organization. The coins are the key to the organization was my thought. But over time I've discovered that the personalities involved are really what's important. And if you're interested in coins, we'll get to know the people, and by golly, the coins will show up.
Well, I joined Early American Copper because I love it. I love the people, the camaraderie. This is one of the organizations that we get a chance to do, and it's not just coins, it's people. We get to build relationships, and a lot of these people I've known for over a dozen years, and it's just like a home away from home, and I just love collecting it because it's a big part of history. I can't see any of the other coins that you can collect out there that represent so much history that we get here at Early American Copper, and it's just a lot of fun.
Well, I joined EAC in 1976, so that makes me one of the old men of this club. I have enjoyed this club mostly for the camaraderie. It's the people that make the club. But of course, the common denominator is the coins themselves, and so when you ask me what's my favorite, it has to be a 1794, of course, because as one of the originators of the Boys of 1794, that is our passion.
I belong to EAC because it's a great, fun club. I mean, there's great people in it. We learn a lot about the history of American finance. We learn a lot about the history of the copper coins, the history of collecting, and people have a lot of fun going through and talking about these beautiful pieces of art from 1780s all the way up until 1857.
It is a society, it's a social event. We share the hobby of collecting copper coins, and I come to the convention every year, and at the beginning it was sort of a business venture for us, and now I think I'm here more for the fun and the fellowship than I am for the commerce part of it.
I belong to EAC because I haven't found any group, men and women, that are so passionate about copper coins. That's truly why I belong. It's not about the money. There's people that can buy and sell me all day long and have better collections, but I have not found the value in anything else that I find here through the passion and friendship that I have. I can pick up the phone anytime and call someone, not just about copper coins, but about any concern I have or congratulations, and yet it's through EAC that I've met them. There's a membership across the country that I really have enjoyed. And men traditionally, albeit that I'm one, don't have the great social gathering that sometimes women have. And this has given me an opportunity to have a great many friends that share a common interest.
I belong to EAC because of the great camaraderie of everybody who shares the same passion as I do, and then also the great educational opportunities there are in EAC. And then also it's a place you can show and tell show your own coppers. Everybody else you show them to thinks you're a nutcase. Around here they accept you.
Well, I started, the first EAC I went to was in the early 80s. It's really like no other convention or no other group of people. Everybody loves the early copper here. Everyone's welcome. We have all sorts of people come through the door. But it's really as much a fraternity, kind of a frat party as it is a commercial event. People come here, they have a good time, they eat good food, they have a few drinks, they tell some stories, some of them true, some of them slightly exaggerated. And then we look at all these beautiful old artifacts from the earliest times in our country's history. And you know, everybody leaves here feeling a little smarter, a little better about themselves, a little better about their country's history, a little better about the future of our country and the world, all from these little tiny pieces of copper. They have a lot of magic and a lot of power to them.
My uncle, Chris McCawley, got me involved with coins, and he inspired me to start collecting and then start dealing. So I've been traveling around the country with him for a few years now, and I've opened an eBay store We belong to the niche of copper weenies, and colonials, large cents and half cents are what we specialize in. And you know, the EAC, the members here are some of the nicest and most genuine coin collectors in the world. You don't have to worry about your cases being locked, and you know, you don't have to worry about people stealing. And it's a community of intelligent coin collectors that also know how to grade coins and are interested in the coins on more of a deeper and numismatic level. And I enjoy being around those kind of people.
I belong to EAC, Dave, simply because of this. It's the camaraderie. The coins are what got us together. The collecting, yeah, that's what did it, but it's the friendships that we have. Like David, you. EAC wouldn't be the same without you. You are one of the best people on the planet. You give of your time, you give of your efforts. And look what it started. Herb Silberman in 1967. He would be happy if he could see what we're doing now. It's educational, it's recreational, it's costly, but it's fun.
If you like this video, we're sure you'll love these 3 videos above, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel. CoinWeek is the #1 source online for all things numismatic. Visit www.coinweek.com to take your hobby to the next level.